Hey folks, Ryan Gunness here, and today's video is fresh business opportunity leads versus targeted leads. Okay, so I had a one of the customers like reached out to one of the new MLM Recruit On Demand members, and he's really fairly new to network marketing, and had some questions about fresh business opportunity leads. He had a whole bunch of them, and they were fresh within the last 24, 48 hours. They filled out a form online, and he wanted to kind of understand the differences and to get my take on it. And I cover a lot of about the freshness of the leads and target. I cover this topic in a couple other videos, but I decided to you know to kind of share a little bit of what happened on that call, and I asked him if he wanted to kind of do a little bit of a little coaching on it. So we recorded the call, and I'm gonna let you hear a little piece of this call here to help drill in this message, and hopefully this can kind of make a difference as far as if you had any hangups about targeted leads versus going after fresh leads. Now, I'm not against business opportunity leads, and in fact, I'll just let you hear the conversation because I kind of cover that inside of here. So let's jump into that call.
Sure. So thank you for your time today, Ryan. So I'm just starting in the network marketing business, and I am trying to understand my best source of leads. And what I'm looking at currently is your current system,
Okay.
which I like, and it's very straightforward and seems like a good thing to add to my regimen. Number two, I'm looking at leads that are business opportunity seekers that are within 72 hours old.
Okay.
So they literally opted in on a page, and I'm buying them, and then I'm going to just stick them in my autoresponder, call them, not call them, do whatever I need to do with them. But I guess I'm trying to understand the two things. Number one, when I'm looking at your service and you gather names and the way that you gather them, I'm trying to understand how old or how fresh the names were picked from using your system. And number two, I guess I'd like to know, does it really matter how old the leads are?
Right.
Because once you're an opportunity seeker, you're maybe always an opportunity seeker. And, because I understand there's an element of nature and timing. And in a perfect world, I want both. But am I in a good place, and is it a good value using your system versus paying,
Right.
X amount for X amount of leads that are fresher? So I don't know if I phrased the question properly.
And I think I get where you're going with that, and it's not an uncommon question. We do get that from time to time. I actually did a video about how fresh the leads are, and I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at that. It's in the back office. You can see that. But to answer your question, anything that you do to some degree, you're going to get some results. If you stood on the freeway with a sign saying, join my business, eventually you may have somebody, pull aside and ask you about your business. Okay? Anything you do gets some, you're going to get some level of results. So it really comes down to, what's your objective? I teach, recruiting people that have joined a network marketing program in the past. And the reason why I teach that is I believe ultimately, and you correct me if I'm wrong, ultimately the goal is to build a large downline so that can produce a lot of sales volume every month, which can produce a nice healthy check for you every month. Is that what the goal is?
Absolutely.
Okay. So in order to build a large downline, there's plenty of things you can do. Like I said, you can stand on the freeway, you can you can pass out flyers, you can do house parties, you can go to the mall, you can cold call out of the white pages. You can do all these different things. There's a lot of different things you can do. I believe recruiting in the network marketing pool is the fastest way to build a large downline. And the reason why is it's it's the only activity that I know that has the highest chance of getting you in front of somebody that has either built a large downline before or knows someone personally that has built a large downline before. Okay? And that's the reason why. Okay? And the analogy, one of the analogies that I use, I said if you look at, a professional football team, if they need a kicker, if they need a guy that can kick a 50-yard field goal, well, a lot of times what they do, and it's not uncommon, is they just go recruit somebody that already kicks a 50-yard field goal from another team. Agreed? Right?
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
They don't go and say, well, who's really fresh to the game of football? Who has just started playing football in the last 72 hours? Oh, great. Let's go for this guy. He's really motivated. He's raised his hand. He's filled out forms that he really wants to play football. But he's fresh. He's never played football before. Let's go work with this guy and train him and work with him. And if he survives the next 5, 6, 7 years to get him to the level where he needs to be, chances are if that was to happen and they did work with somebody to get them to that level, by the time they got him to the level that they need him to be, some other team would come and recruit him into their team. So that's the reason. So I don't know if that helps paint a picture about, fresh versus targeted. We're really looking for people that have experience building a large downline or knows people that have built large downlines before. That's all we're really looking for. And if you're recruiting in a network marketing pool, you're going to run across those people that build large downlines before. They are fewer, they're harder to find, but we'll also run across a lot of people that may be best friends with somebody that's built a large downline before. Make sense?
I see. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Ryan, that's great.
Recruiting business opportunities, because I'm not against that, but the what I take that to the liking of is, going to recruit somebody that never played football to work with them, to teach them how to go kick a 50-yard field goal. Okay, not that they're bad people, but, I had a friend of mine the other day, because I really focus on this type of a topic, and he told me, he says, he's in a network marketing business, and he says, hey, I have this guy, I'm good friends with him, he's very motivated, the guy is very, very sharp, but he has no experience in network marketing, should I recruit him? And I said, you can do whatever you want. I said, what I would probably do is I would let you recruit him and take him all to all the conventions and train him and get him really exposed to network marketing. And once he has some good success, I'll probably go talk to him and recruit him away from you. And he didn't like that, and then we're good friends, and I was kind of, was joking around with that, but I was just trying to draw the point to him that going after experienced people will always, bypass, going after non-experienced people. And that's why when you see, and I like to pick on sports teams, when you see a team, that's had a down season, all of a sudden has this winning season, or, they came out of the blue and just took over, chances are, before they came out for the new season, they recruited a whole bunch of superstars from different teams, and they made some trades that were where they put on some good players there, and that's how they were able to go from the losing team last year to the winning team this year. Agreed?
That's a great analogy. You gotta love sports analogies.
Okay, so there you have it, a little take of that conversation there. The only thing that I would add to it is, besides having the winning, when I do that little analogy there with the sports team, besides that team making some good decisions and recruiting some talent there, on top of that, sometimes you see them change coaches and they provide some new levels of leadership. Those are the things that help. Going out there and recruiting talent and then providing leadership to help lead your organization to do the right steps is so key in building your business. Okay, so you got to have the right people, and then you got to grow the skills as a leader to be able to lead your organization in the right direction. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. I know we kind of touch on this in some other videos, but we get this a lot. People kind of have a hard time with fresh business opportunity leads versus targeted leads. And like I said in that conversation, I'm not against business opportunity leads. It just really depends what your goal is. If your goal is to build a large downline that can produce a lot of volume, that can produce a nice check for you, and you're looking to do that in the fastest way, then I really don't know any other strategy that can do it in the fastest way. So hope that was helpful, and we'll catch you on another video.